Hey there guys, welcome back. So here today I have the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus that I will be unboxing, and I will be showing you the accessory that it comes with. So this one is from T-Mobile. Also, this phone is actually my friend's Pedro, and he's letting me unbox his phone, so thank you to him for letting me do that. He pre-ordered the phone and it came along with the VR, so I'm also going to be showing you that as well. So alright, so let's get started with the phone. So right away, the first noticeable thing is the very tall display, and it seems to look really elongated. That is due to the new aspect ratio of 18.5 to 9. So both the front and the back is using the Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which is more resistant to scratches and cracking, but I would still recommend you slapping on a case. Powered on, you can see here Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, powered by Android. So you have some nice animation here. So yeah, let's just wait for it to get started. As you can see here, it's a T-Mobile phone. So here I let my friend Pedro set up the phone to his liking. So yeah, so here he is just setting it up. So yeah, the phone looks amazing and it feels amazing. So here I have all the accessories that it came with, and I just set it up on the table here instead of taking it all one by one. So first off, it comes with some earphones, so that's cool. That's nice to see that a $900 phone comes with some accessories now. So these earphones are by AKG, which I have not owned before, so I really don't know how well these sound, but I'm sure they're gonna be good. So up next is Samsung's adaptive fast charger, which is just a form of quick charging your phone to 0 to 100% quickly. And this also supports wireless charging, but the wireless charger is sold separately. So up next is the micro USB to USB Type-C adapter that they included here. So that's nice. So in case you have some micro USB cables laying around, you can also use them to charge this phone with that adapter. So you also have this OTG cable, so you can transfer data from your previous phone onto this phone if you don't use the cloud services that they offer, or if you're just simply switching from an iPhone or another phone. So now here is the USB Type-C cable, so you can charge to your phone. So it's nice to see that Samsung has finally made that switch to using USB Type-C instead of micro USB to charge their newest phones. So here in this little bag you have additional earbuds with different sizes in case the ones that come with it are too big or too small, so you can just change them with these. So on top here is where the tray for the SIM card and micro SD card sits. So this can take up to a 256 micro SD card, which is quite a lot of storage for our phone in case you ever need that, which is actually going to cost you quite a lot for that micro SD card. So I'm just going to go ahead and place the nano SIM for the phone and just put it back in there. So below here you have your 3.5mm jack, your USB Type-C port, and the single bottom firing speaker. So up here is another microphone. So here on the left side you have your volume rocker, and right over here on the right side sits the power button. So it's well placed, it's easy to reach for my hands, and the curves actually make the phone really comfortable to hold. Over here on the left side is the dedicated button for Bixby, which is Samsung's virtual assistant for its phones, and it has the layout just like the Google Now cards where you have a lot of information that shows up on that screen. And also you can still access the Google Assistant if you want to by holding down on the home screen button. Going over to the back here, you can see the Samsung branding, and also one thing to notice is that the T-Mobile branding is no longer on the phone, so that's something worth mentioning. So even though the phone has a 6.2-inch display, I'm still able to reach that fingerprint reader there, but it's really close to the camera, so it is really close to the camera, so I'm gonna be smushing that camera for sure. It would be nice if they actually placed it down center here like the LG V20, which is more easily accessible and is easy to get to. So here I'm putting it next to the two phones that I do happen to have that have a big display, which happens to be the Nexus 6P and the LG V20, which both have a 5.7-inch display. And you can see here that the Samsung Galaxy does look really tall, and the width is smaller than the V20 or the 6P. So even though the Samsung S8 Plus is rocking that 6.2-inch display, it still manages to be smaller than the LG V20 and the Nexus 6P. So there's a lot of display there I haven't really been a fan of Samsung's phones, but the S8, it's looking really beautiful and it's tempting me to buy it. So yeah, to say the least, this is a very tempting phone. The Quad HD display is amazing. It does come set to Full HD, but it's really hard to notice the difference. So you can just leave it at Full HD, you won't really notice it. So the AMOLED panel they're using is amazing. The colors, the saturation. So yeah, the display is very crisp. So here on you have your on-screen buttons that you can use that not many are very fond of. They don't really like that they move to on-screen buttons. And for me, I'm already used to that coming from the 6P and V20 and all the other ones I used to have before. But yeah, you actually get used to it, you know, once you start using it. You're like, oh, it's not so bad. I know it does take up a little bit of the real estate of the screen, but it's not really that much of an issue afterwards. You tend to forget about it. So my friend got a case for the phone right away, and this is a Batman case, which is pretty dope. So yeah, he got it right here. So there's a lot of display on here. So it's a great idea to buy a case for this phone because it is quite slippery with that glass on the back and the front. So it's running Android Nougat 7.0 right out of the box, and the interface of it looks just like Nougat but with Samsung's TouchWiz on top of it, which actually doesn't look that bad to me. The settings is in the form of a list view and it's color coded by Samsung. So this has a 12 megapixel rear shooter and a 8 megapixel front camera. So this can take video in 4K, or you can do 1080 at 60 frames per second. So the phone takes great pictures. It has nice vibrancy and contrast to it, the pictures. So phones nowadays are getting better and better with the cameras. So now you can actually just use this phone as your regular video recorder. And there's also some apps on the Play Store like the Cyberlink Power Director app that you can use to edit videos. And I think it lets you edit up to 720p unless you purchase it. And you can do 1080p, but yeah, you have those apps there. Or you can also just do it if you already have something in your laptop, you can edit it there. Okay, so now on to the Gear VR. So this one comes with the controller, and so let's get started. Let me go ahead and just get my knife and open this up. Okay, so the first thing is the manual. So you got your instruction booklet there, so I'm just gonna set it to the side. And then in here you got some bands so you can put on the side of the VR, which different size. And here's the controller. So you got your trigger button here. Feels nice. So we can put that to the side. And then you also have this. So this is probably the wrist strap, so the controller doesn't go flying or something. So this here is a connector that goes on the VR. So the VR has the USB Type-C one, and this one is a micro one. So in case you want to use your previous Samsung Galaxy S7, which uses a micro USB port, you can put that on there instead, and you can switch it out for the USB Type-C that's in the VR. So that's cool. And also there's another connector here that's micro to USB Type-C, and then you'll see that right now in a minute. Alright, so here is the VR. It looks very nice. It has a nice weight to it. So right here you just unlock this and pop this open, and then you also do the same for this other side. And now you can remove the front panel. So you remove that. The phone just slides right into here. So it goes right in here. And then so now you lock it in place, and so the panel won't go over it. So that's it. It's pretty cool. So this is what the VR looks like. It's pretty awesome that they included that. And so yeah, so you also have your little zoom ring right here that you can use to zoom in and out. So it moves the whole part here in the front, so you can adjust right to your eyes accordingly. Alright, so that's all the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus comes with. So it's awesome that it included the earphones, and if you pre-ordered it, it comes with the Samsung VR. So that's dope. Alright, so that wraps it up, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.